Hello everyone. This video is going to present you the evaluation of the surveillance system of AMR in Vietnam using this EcoSur tool. My name is Marion Bordier. I am epidemiologist at CIRAD. My main field of expertise is the organization of surveillance system as well as evaluation under the One Health concept. And in the framework of the co-eval AMR project, I was more specifically in charge of assessing the EcoSur tool, applying it to the evaluation of the surveillance of AMR in Vietnam. So this case study presentation is related to the section 5 of the guidance website that you can visit following the link mentioned on this slide. So as an introduction, I would like to briefly describe the surveillance system for AMR in Vietnam. So in Vietnam, the authorities have developed an interministerial strategy to combat AMR, including the implementation of an intersectoral surveillance system. So at the time of the evaluation in 2019, this surveillance system was still under development. So under the Ministry of Health, there were some surveillance activities ongoing in retail food and in hospitals, and some discussion were ongoing about the implementation of surveillance in community. And under the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, there was some sampling in food-producing animals, but no real structured surveillance network. So the tool we use for this case study is EcoSur, which stands for Evaluation of Collaboration for Surveillance. So this is a semi-quantitative tool that will evaluate the organization and functioning of collaboration in a multi-component surveillance system. So it helps to identify the strengths and weaknesses of the system, and then to formulate some recommendations to improve collaboration for surveillance. So this tool is generic and can be applicable to any multi-component surveillance system, whatever the hazard of the event under evaluation, as well as the level of integration achieved. So these tools consist of 22 attributes for the evaluation of organization of collaboration, both at the governance and the implementation level, as well as 3 quality indexes that will measure the quality of the collaboration organization at a macro level in terms of management, support, and operation. And finally, of 9 attributes that are considered to represent a key function for a collaboration to be functional and sustainable. So all the results for these attributes and indexes are displayed in graphical representation that you can see on this slide. So you will obtain one pie chart for each organizational attribute, one histogram including the result for the 3 indexes, and finally one spider chart for the 9 function attributes results. So we are not going into the detail of the evaluation result for the surveillance system because it's not the aim of this study, but I would like to share with you some key findings. So we found out that there was a strong formalization of the willingness to collaborate for surveillance, which is mainly under the influence of international partners. But the collaborative objective, as it is set right now, directed only to public health safety, was not in adequation with all the stakeholder expectations, especially those from the animal health sector. The evaluation also underlined that the collaborative mechanism for the governance of the multi-sectoral surveillance system were not functional. There was a national steering committee, but it was not meeting. There was no specific collaborative mechanism for coordinating the surveillance system. And finally, the scientific and technical support for collaboration was not structured. So the consequences of this lack of functional governance mechanisms led to insufficient allocation of resources, the fact that there was no training for surveillance actors involved in collaboration, as well as no performance monitoring and evaluation system. And finally, there was low operationalization of collaboration for surveillance activity. Only few punctual collaborative activities were existing, and they were mainly relying on interpersonal relationships. So now, regarding our evaluation of the tool itself, we found that the tool was easy to use. It comes with documents to help users to collect all the relevant data they need for the evaluation, with an evaluation matrix to score all the criteria that will contribute to the attribute evaluation, and also a guidance to help the users. So the tool is free access and standalone, but it needs some training before its application. Indeed, it needs a good understanding of the conceptual framework which is behind the development of the tool, and also it needs to masterize very well all the vocabulary. The fact that the evaluation results are displayed in graphical representation is the interpretation of the results. Another interesting point is that this tool is intending to be applied in a participatory way with all the relevant stakeholders, and it can serve as a consultation tool to improve their mutual understanding and also to support the definition of collective solutions to improve collaboration. So one point important to have in mind is that this tool evaluates the quality of collaboration, but will not evaluate the surveillance performance per se. And additionally, the tool does not evaluate impact and cost of collaboration. So what are the take-home messages following this case study? So EcoSur is the only tool that will allow an in-depth analysis of collaboration across actors operating in different surveillance components, both for the governance and the implementation of surveillance activities. It's a generic tool applicable to any integrated surveillance system, so it's not specific to AMR, but it's very appropriate to evaluate integrated surveillance for AMR. And an important point to keep in mind is that this tool does not consider that full integration is the gold standard, but rather it will evaluate if the integration level, which is desired by stakeholders, is appropriate regarding the context and the objective, and if then the collaboration in place for governance and implementation of surveillance activities is functioning well to achieve this integration level. So this is the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching it. Please feel free to visit the website for more details about these case studies and other ones.